And the bottom, and the testosterones are long acting, so a little emphasis on titrating quickly to the goal testosterone level, or your best guess, I would call it. So for adults, I'm just going right there, and I emphasize this because for reasons unclear to me, and we're not going to talk about peds a whole heck of a lot right now, except kind of tangentially, but in the pediatric world, it is standard to titrate up hormone doses for people who have who need hormone products for whatever reason, and that comes from a concept of simulating a typical puberty. And I don't know that we know, though, that there's any health reason to do that, too. And you'll see different normal ranges out there in different, from different places, and I would not get too hung up on that. In fact, as we were freshening up these slides, because actually I forgot to also say, oh my God, we're in person. But the last time we were doing this was 2019. And so we were freshening up the slides with that. And actually, a huge thank you to Erica. She's the artist. But the point, so we were looking at some of these normal ranges, and the point is there are no data for it, and actually we're looking at total testosterones with a lot of binding protein influence, and to overthink it is just going to torture the patient. And we can get into some of that when we do some of the cases. All right, so in terms of monitoring, yeah?
Sorry, what for you is titrating quickly? Like, what's your typical interval with people?
Okay, so what is for me titrating quickly? I guess the dose I want to give the patient and I start them on it.
Okay.
So,
I apologize, I have not read the whole new Standards of Care 8 yet, but are there benefits from the screening to start with?
what we're doing is we are, so I guess we're a little less, actually it's a good question because I'm on both primary care and hormones, and now I have to go back and look and see where we say it. But the concept is we're doing what is right for good health like we would do for any of our patients. And I have to go look at how we phrase that. But that's the concept.
I'm checking it, but it's kind of silly when the kid's 13.
Yes, kind of silly when the kid's 13, just for those who didn't hear. So again, we'll go back to on the cases there, but the point you're making, I think, is very much in theme with where the new SOC is what makes sense. Yes? Right. So I would characterize that as far outside scope for this. But we'll talk about that in cases a little bit, and I won't just blow it off. I will say that puberty blockers, GnRH agonists, are safe in other contexts. When we use them for precocious puberty, we're not seeing that or worrying about it. And so I just don't want to, it's another situation where it's almost like people are intentionally throwing up roadblocks here and bringing up concerns while ignoring other populations where we're using the same medication. So I'm not overly anxious, I guess. Okay? Yes?
Can you speculate on if there's some minimum dose or level of testosterone, kind of for lifelong maintenance for patients who don't desire full maximal masculinization for bone health and other long-term health outcomes?
And so the question is a minimum testosterone dose that you have to have circulating for minimal, let's say, bone health? That's what it is? And the answer is, great question. No, I haven't. I have no, and again, we'll see if my other co-panelists have thoughts in that space as we get to that. Anyone want to